The Winter Soldier, episode 3, The Power Broker. So here, we start off with good old Captain America and his black sidekick. So they're doing investigations. They're looking for the mask gang, the black mask, well, the red mask gang, whatever, I forgot they call them. So anyway, they're trying to investigate. They're kicking down doors. They're trying to, get names. They're trying to get information about who these people are and what they're doing and why they're so radical and why they're trying to take down society. Unfortunately, no one is afraid of the new Captain America. Like, he puts fear into nobody's hearts. And plus, this group of radicals, they've actually been going around like helping people. They've been providing people with food, with clothing, with medicine, with care. So no one's going to turn them in because they're actually helping, helping their community, unlike the government. So now, everybody tells new Cap to go kiss, to go kiss their ass. One guy actually spit in the face of America, which is the ultimate form of disrespect. And from a disrespect standpoint, new Cap, he's actually feeling it. He's feeling the disrespect, and he's feeling the pressure of not being Captain America. Like, he feels like a joke. Like, he feels like no one's taking him seriously, which they don't, just keeping it real. So now the sidekick, he was just like, hey, we're out of leads. We don't have any, we don't have any more leads. Like, what are we going to do? And then, Cap told him, he was just like, hey, listen, we went through 2 or 3 different routes, and those routes, basically came up to dead ends. So let's start trailing, like Falcon and Bucky, because they're trying to do the same thing that we're doing. They're looking for the same stuff that we're doing. So let's just piggyback off their trail, and following them should hopefully get us to where we need to go. So now it takes us to, to Falcon and Bucky, because again, in the last episode, they talked about going to bust Zemo, better than Zemo out of prison. So they go down there. Bucky goes and talks to him first. They have, they have their little one-on-one conversation. Bucky tells him like, hey, like somebody's restarted the super soldier serum program. And then Zemo, he's automatically like, oh, let's break me out of the prison. So, he breaks out of prison. They come up with this whole big thing to get him out of prison. He runs up on Falcon and Winter Soldier. They're having, they're talking about what the plans, and he's just like, my work was to take down the super soldier program. He's like, I must complete my work. So, so now, and here's where it got weird. In Captain America Civil War, Baron Zemo was painted as like this regular dude who just had a regular family. He used to be a soldier. He was in the army. Regular dude, regular family. And because of certain, because of the Sokovia situation where, where like Sokovia basically was destroyed, he lost his family, which caused him to try to like exact his revenge on the entire Avengers. And, and by that, stopping the super soldier serum program, and which unfortunately resulted in him killing King T'Chaka by trying to use the Winter Soldier to make all that happen. They, and I mean, let's just keep it real. They basically kind of botched the Zemo character in Civil War. Like, he wasn't the Baron Zemo that, that we're used to seeing. He wasn't the Baron Zemo from the comics, the Baron Zemo from the cartoons. It wasn't the same character. It was portrayed to us as like, okay, he's just some regular Sokovian dude, and, and that was basically it. So now, I guess that they realized they made a mistake with his character in Civil War, because now they tried to soft reboot his character to make him more like the Zemo that we're used to seeing, because now all of a sudden the dude is rich. He's got fancy cars everywhere. He's got servants. He's got an airplane. And even Sam said to him at one point, he was like, so basically you've been rich this whole time? And he was just like, yes. He was like, before you blew up Sokovia, I was royalty. And I was like, that's bullshit. So now we're supposed to believe this dude was filthy rich. And, he's been filthy rich this whole time. He had some random purple mask, like in one of the cars in his room. They never said where the mask came from. They never said its history, but it's supposed to mean something, obviously because it's the Zemo mask. So basically, Marvel basically knew that they goofed on him in Civil War, and they tried to fix it here. So now they're trying to turn him into the person that we know, because now he got connections all over the place, and he knows people, this, that, there. So it's like, whatever. So the 3 of them link up, they go overseas, and, they're trying to locate the person that recreated the super soldier serum. They go down to some shady bar. While they're in the shady bar, Agent 13 is there. We all knew it was Agent 13. It wasn't a surprise. They go and talk to this British woman. She gives them the information on who the person was that actually made the super soldier serum. And, during the conversation, Sam's sister called, which I thought was weird, because I'm like, dude, you should know better than that, than to have your phone on vibrate. So that was weird. Well, anyway, so his sister calls, he answers the phone, and then he tried to play it off. Like, I'll give Sam credit for that. He tried to play it off. He's like, girl, I'm gonna bust them people up when I see him at the bank. And then she was just like, Sam, you better stop playing. And then everybody's like, who the hell is Sam? And then it turned into like this whole big fight. Agent 13 ended up shooting the woman, and then like all 3 of them, like the guys, they run out of the club because people are now trying to kill him. They run out of the club, and then Agent 13 links up with him, and then she's just like, oh, what the hell is this? She was just like, and then they're just like, Sharon, what are you doing here overseas? And she was like, well, I got banned from the United States when I stole Cap's shield, to give it to your ass to protect his ass from his ass, and now everybody's all together, so this is bullshit. So, so she was just like, unlike you, she's like, I don't have Tony Stark, Captain America, or Avengers backing me up, so I basically got, somebody had to take the fall for the whole thing, and I got cast out into society. She said that she can't come back to America, which I thought was crazy, and I thought it was a little excessive. Like, I didn't buy the whole story, because for the story that she gave of like why she got exiled, that's a little extreme, just based on the fact that you stole Captain America's shield. I was like, just to give it back to Captain America. I was just, and then like Sam said, he was just like, everybody and their mama got pardoned, so I don't see what the big deal is with you. He was like, hell, they pardoned Bucky, and Bucky done killed every person that he, that he came across with. So Sam spoke to Sharon, and he was just like, listen, he was just like, because of that, he's like, I'm an Avenger, obviously, I'm Falcon. He said, if you help us try to find the person that made the serum, I'll help you get reinstated so you can come back to the States. So they shook on it, and now Sharon joins the group finally in episode 3. They go down to the docks and all these oil tankers. They end up finding the person who made the super soldier serum. They ask him the question, like, what, like, how did you recreate it? And he was just like, because I'm the genius, I'm the most genius person of all time. He said that they basically took Isaiah, the black Captain America. They used him. He said that he was able to abstract his DNA from that guy because he used to work for Hydra. But then, after Hydra fell, then the CIA scooped him up, and the CIA tried to get him to make the super soldier serum for them. And they used the black dude, Isaiah, they used his blood in order to do it. That's why he was mad with the whole experiments. So he said that while he was on the verge of having a breakthrough and coming up with the, recreating the formula, he got snapped out of existence. And then 5 years later, when he got brought back to life, he finished his work. But then he said some girl named Carly and a group, actually he said some gentleman named the Power Broker paid him to recreate the super soldier serum. So he ended up doing the formula. He created the formula. He said he created 20 vials of the formula for this power broker guy. And then some chick named Carly and her group of radicals, they stole the serum. I don't know how they stole the serum from this guy, but they boosted the serum from this guy. They used it on themselves. And, now that's the redhead girl. So now Carly and her gang, like, they're going off, trying to protect their people, like save people. Like there was a scene where her and one of her constituents, they busted up, they basically busted up a warehouse. They tied up all the soldiers that was in the warehouse. One of the soldiers had said to her, he was just like, oh, he's like, you're gonna pay, for stealing from us. And then she was just like, dude, she was like, you've had medicine, medical supplies, food, you've had relief for people just sitting in this warehouse collecting dust this whole time. She's like, we're gonna take this stuff and we're gonna distribute it to the people that actually need it. See, but then although she's doing the right thing, she's kind of losing a little bit, because she's like the power of having the feeling of having the super soldier power is starting to get to her, because she actually ended up killing a whole bunch of people. Like everybody that was in that building, she blew the building up with everybody in it. And even her boy, he was just like, yo, what are you doing? He was like, we're supposed to be the protectors of the people. He's like, we're not supposed to be killing people. And then she's like, well, people like that's all they understand, so they got to get what they deserve. And I'm just like, okay, she's turning into the villain. So now, while Sam and Bucky and everybody, they after they spoke to the guy about the super soldier serum, and they were supposed to get information about, who like the power broker was, Baron Zemo ended up, well, the power broker sent his minions to go attack them at, at the bunker. So while they were under attack, Baron Zemo took that opportunity to kill the guy that made the serum, because Baron Zemo hates the super soldier serum program. So in his mind, since this is the only person that knows how to recreate the formula, if I kill him, then they can't make any more, and then I can later on kill the 20 people that took the other 20 vials. I guarantee you, Zemo, because they said there were 20 vials of super soldier serum, I guarantee you, Zemo will take one of those vials before this season is over. So that's it. So he shot the dude in the head. He killed the dude. Everybody goes outside. They start fighting the power broker's minions. They all, they defeat the minions, and then, Bucky, Zemo, and Sam, they all jump in Zemo's car, and then they leave. Sharon said, she was like, listen, this is as far as I go. This is as far as I'm gonna take you. But she was like, yo, Sam, just work on getting me that pardon. Peace, and I'm out. She goes around the corner, and then when she goes around the corner, there's a car waiting for her where somebody opens a door for her, and she gets in, and then she's just like, oh, I'll brief you on what's happening on the way. So she's basically full of shit. Like the whole thing, like, I'm not buying the whole thing about Sharon being cast out of America. They basically sent her overseas. She's an undercover agent. She's still Agent 13. She's working for the government, and she's basically working for the government to try to discover who the power broker is, so they can stop the super soldier serum program. And she's using the cover of her being cast out from society. I don't know why she's lying to Sam and Bucky, but well, maybe not Bucky. I understand why she's lying to Bucky, but I understand why she's lying to Sam. But the truth of that will obviously come out eventually. Like I said, but I ain't trust her ass from the beginning anyway. And she's kind of a darker character now. Like, you know, she's all like, oh, life is corny and, you know, everything's worth nothing and nothing means anything. I was like, damn, like, what happened to you? I guess she got mad because she found out that Cap went back in time to go get with her Aunt Peggy. But anyway, so now after that, Zemo, Sam, and Bucky, they're just like, all right, it's time for us to go, you know, try to find this Carly person. Let's roll up on this Carly person since she's the one that has all the super soldier serum. They all go down to the country, the town, the city, wherever. I forgot where they were going. The three of them go down to wherever Carly is, and now the hunt for Carly is on because, again, she's the one with the super soldier serum. They're looking for Carly. While they're looking for Carly, Bucky stops for a second, and he's just like, hey, you guys go ahead, I'll catch up. He walks around the corner, he picks up a little, you know, electronic device, and when Bucky turns around, he's just like, oh, I knew it was only a matter of time before you showed up. And it's one of the members of the royal family of Wakanda. Wakanda forever. So, and the reason why Wakanda is that's how the episode ended. And the reason why Wakanda is in the house right now is because like Sam said earlier, Wakanda didn't forget that King T'Chaka was killed by Zemo. And the fact that Zemo's out of prison, Wakanda ain't having it. So, you know, T'Challa, Shuri, whoever, they sent, you know, one of the guards, you know, to follow Cap and Bucky because they know that they know that the three of them are together. And, you know, the girl, she flat out said to him, she was like, yo, I'm here for Zemo. She's like, I'm here to collect Zemo. So, you know, so that's how the episode ended. And I don't know if this girl's going to join the group. I don't know if she's like, it's Wakanda, so she ain't gonna take no for an answer. So I'm interested to know what are they gonna do to convince this woman to not bring Zemo back to Wakanda so they can stick that spear up his ass. So that's something I actually am interested in. I want to see what happens when they finally run up on Carly because, you know, she got the super soldier serum in the system. And like I said, I feel like it's gonna get to a point where when there's gonna be a moment where everybody's gonna be in the room. And it's just going to be all the characters involved in the show and the super soldier serum. I feel like Zemo and bootleg Cap are going to end up taking that serum. And bootleg Cap is going to become a bad guy because he's already like losing his marbles. Like he's kind of like I said, because he's feeling the pressure of not being the real Captain America, he kind of losing a little bit. But like I said, but that's going to happen. And then like Baron Zemo, he's going to get all super strong. He's going to become exactly what he hates. And you know, maybe he'll have a sword and he'll actually be like Zemo. But we'll see what happens. So that was cool. That was a pretty cool episode. And thank you for tuning in. I'm really not sure what's gonna happen next week. Like I said, I already know that Sharon, she's a double agent. Like she's bullshitting about her whole thing. There's a lot of interesting parts that are going on here. I mean, the episode didn't really tell you a lot, but there is some intrigue, and you know, there is some intrigue as far as like what's going to happen next week. So I just want to see. Like I said, it's basically, it's like, you know, to use a wrestling terminology at this point, I'm just waiting to see who's going to turn heel and who's going to turn face. So that was it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this particular episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. What do you think is going to happen with all the characters? Who's going to turn evil? Who's going to turn good? You know, where does it all end? And how do we conclude this whole thing? Because we've already reached the halfway point because we're only getting 6 episodes apparently, so we got 3 more to go. Check me out on the Otakus Geeks Podcast. Link will be in the description to the podcast, where we talk about the Justice League Snyder Cut and we talk about other episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier, the previous episodes. Check me out on Twitter, check me out on Instagram, definitely on YouTube. Always leave a comment, hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so we can talk about all this superhero goodness. So thanks guys for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Until next time we take flight, I'm out this bitch.